Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to turn my Nikon Zf camera, that's right, this one right here that I use for travel photography, my everyday photography, into a cinema video rig. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notifications for my upcoming content. Okay, so before I show you how I will be turning my Nikon Zf into a cinema or video rig, first thing is I'm going to start with the basics and build from there. That means I need to add a cage. That's right. Every time you're thinking about creating a video rig with your mirrorless or DSLR camera, I highly recommend you got to buy a cage. Actually, it's probably mandatory, really, for numerous reasons. With all that said, let's get to that and then we'll build out the rig. So what we have right here is the SmallRig L-shaped handle for the Nikon Zf. It is phenomenal. Now, granted, you can't build an entire rig out of this, but I want to show this to you because if you have the Zf and perhaps you can't afford to buy a cage for this, then this will at least give you better grip when you're recording video and just having the camera and a lens alone. So with all that said, I actually have one right here. So there is the grip. The grip is really awesome. It's really well made and it only takes one screw. So all you got to do, and look at this. I like that it comes with this little flippy thing. You line it up and then you just go ahead and screw that right into the base of the camera. Now you have three, you can see right here, 3/4 inch screw holes right there. So if you want to add a base plate or anything like that, you're perfectly good to go right there. This still gives you your access to your battery and your SD card in the Zf. Now here's one of my, aside from the grip, here's one of my best favorite features really of this grip is that it comes with an Arca Swiss railing. So if you have a tripod with that, you're going to be able to just slide this right onto the tripod without a problem. Now I have a SmallRig tripod, a travel tripod, and this goes right in there perfectly, which matches actually ironically perfectly with the Zf. They're both compact pieces of equipment. So with that said, that is it with the grip. I highly recommend getting the grip for numerous reasons. It just feels better. And what they did a great job at SmallRig because it does not look like it's a separate piece from the Zf. So they must have worked really well with Nikon to make sure that when you do add it to the Zf, it doesn't look like a separate piece. It all looks like one solid piece and it doesn't add that much more size to it and it feels way better in the hand. So if I had to shoot video with this, I for sure would want to at least have this grip on there to get a better stabilization hold, a stabilized hold on my camera as I'm focusing, pushing and pulling focus, etc., and composing my shot. So that's just one way to go about it if your budget is an issue. That's the reason why I would highly recommend the SmallRig L-shaped handle grip for the Zf. Now, if budget isn't an issue, then you definitely want to pick up the SmallRig camera cage for the Zf. So let's go check that out right now. All right, here we are. We have the Zf and we have the cage for the Zf. So that's going to be great. And I already noticed right off the top, it has a grip for the Zf. So it's just kind of looks like it already has the grip to make it more comfortable to hold and for you to have a more stabilized handheld shot. That's what I'm guessing. Let's check it out. So here we are. Boom, there's a cage. Now I have probably about 4 cages from SmallRig for my Lumix cameras, for my Nikon Z8 camera, and as well as today with the Nikon Zf. So instead of having a rubberized grip, this one has more of a a wooden grip. I'm not sure if you could see right there what that looks like. Okay. And let me see on this camera right here if you can see it. There we go. Okay. So it's more wooden texture if it looks like it. Okay, so there we go. So here's the cage. Now let's connect it. Oh, before we connect it, let me show you what's else in this box. We have instructions. I don't need it. I've used this a million times. And is there anything else in the box? Absolutely not. So here we go. The cage and the ZF. Now, all you do, you put that bad boy in there. Let's see how well this fits. I've never used this cage or put a cage on this camera. Oh, it fits perfectly. I always hold my breath the first time I get a cage because I have gotten a cage where it didn't quite fit a camera that well. Oh, and look, right off the rip, look at that. Oh, that's actually pretty awesome. It gives you these little buttons where normally you would press here on the ISO and shutter speed. Look at that. That's actually pretty dope. Hey, so that's pretty cool. It just works like that. And it also has the on off, which it also shows right here, on off on the camera. And it shows on off right up top of the cage. So that's pretty cool. So shout out to them for all that, for thinking about these little details. I haven't tightened it yet, but it already feels perfectly snug in the cage, which is great. Because again, I've had issues. Now, all SmallRig cages come with the tool that you would need to attach the cage to the camera. So we're going to go ahead and screw that bad boy on like so. And I could already feel it getting tight. And there's like little magnets right there. So you could just put this right back. I've never had it fall out. So you should be good to go. You can easily pull out the articulating screen. So that's good. Have access to your headphone, HDMI, and microphone jacks right there. Easily. And then I have my USB port here for image transfer or charge the camera. Easy access to the battery and the SD card. So that's cool. Plenty of 1/4 inch and 3/8 holes here. It looks like, oh, excuse me. There's 1 3/8 and then 1/4 inch. There's 3 of them right there. You have the Arca Swiss plate here. If you can see that, not sure if you can see that, but you have the Arca Swiss plate right there. And then you also have, what else do you have in here? You have a lot of other holes here. You have I think these are 1/4 inch right here. Yeah, these are 1/4 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that might be a 3/8 right there. And then another 1/4 inch right there. So you have plenty of screw-in holes to attach your accessories, a monitor on top or a top handle. And then you also have cold shoes, not hot shoe. This is a hot shoe right here, but which is nice that they didn't cover that up on your camera. But then you have one cold shoe here, perhaps for a microphone, or if need be, yeah, I'd probably use a microphone or something like that, or put the receiver of your Rode Lav mic right there, something like that. So with it attached, it's in there. It is in there. But yet again, what I mentioned earlier with the handle grip, you do not need a base plate to put this on a tripod. So that's really cool. You slide this right on. As long as you have an Arca Swiss, you're going to be good to go. That was the SmallRig L-shaped handle grip. Now let's get into building out the actual video rig. These are the accessories that I highly recommend if you want to build out a very simple run and gun video rig with the Nikon Zf. Okay, so here we go. We have the Nikon Zf in the SmallRig camera cage. I decided to attach the 50mm f1.2 Z lens to the Zf. It does add significant weight compared to the 40, obviously, but that's actually good with video rigs because it helps you to add more stability when hand holding your video rig. Then we have the matte box right here, or SmallRig, the mini light matte box. And then I have the Hollyland Mars M1 field monitor right here. And then I have a Rode mic, a little shotgun mic right there. And then I have a top handle. This is also SmallRig. And with this top handle, I also attached one of SmallRig's field monitor mount right to the bottom of it, actually, because this is much more secure than having something like this, which you can get for like $10, but you do get what you pay for. I highly recommend. Spend, I think there's like $20, $25. Way better built. So I just wanted to show you the two examples. I'll take this off. And there we go. And then I have an HDMI to mini HDMI cord. You will need this because on the side of the ZF, it takes mini HDMI right there. Okay, so you're gonna need a full HDMI to mini HDMI cord. I'd recommend one that's about 12 inches, maybe 24 inches at most. And if you can, get a corded cord. I already ordered one, but this one's pretty short, so we could use this right here. Okay? So with all that said, I've attached the lens. Now let's go ahead and put the top handle on. Right there. And like most SmallRig things, they come with these nice little accessories, tools to attach everything, so you're never without when you buy it. Never looking for that right-sized Allen key. It comes with it. There you go. And there's been numerous times when I'm on the field, I've had to tighten something. So I like the fact that once you get it all tightened, make sure that this is nice and tight since it is the top handle. Here we go. Once you get it going, it neatly tucks away into the handle of the handle. Okay, so now that we have that, now let's put on the the Hollyland Mars M1 field monitor. I love this field monitor. Now, this isn't the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive. It works really well. The colors are really good. I think it's 1,000 nits on this one. You could power it via your V-mount battery if you had one attached to your video rig right here, or you could just take MP, Sony, Canon, MP, MPF batteries right there. Okay. So it's great color, obviously full HDMI in and out. And it also has it's a transmitter. So you could transmit a wireless signal to the Hollyland mobile app on your iPad or iPhone to use it as a director monitor away from the cinematographer that's using this. So it's really great for that. It's very responsive, very small latency, and it works really, really well and very easy to set up. So shout out to Hollyland for that. So there we go. We just attached that. So you can already see our rig is already looking pretty good to go. Again, this is your run and gun video rig for the Nikon Zf. Now we're going to need audio. Now this, I'm going to let you know right now, I've had this Video Mic Pro for a long time, so it's not in the best condition. I actually used a Video Mic Pro Plus now, but I'm currently using that to film my audio for this video. So anyway, we attach the audio right here. There it goes. Awesome. And then here we are. Tighten that up. That's actually a really good position for them. So this is a 5-inch monitor. Okay. And then this on the diagonal, so it kind of keeps out of the way. I think if I had my 7-inch Field World monitor on it, it may have gotten in the way a little bit or touched it. So you'll be amazed. Anything that touches this mic, you can hear all the rustle and everything. So far, so good. This looks pretty awesome for a run and gun. Now, as I mentioned earlier on the ZF, there is a port for your headphone for monitoring the sound. I highly recommend using headphones when you're running around, at least your old school iPhone headphones. Now, to connect the camera to the monitor, let's go ahead and do that. So here's the in. Very simple. And then the out. Now, here's my thing. There we go. You see what I'm doing? I'm getting the cord away from the microphone so it doesn't touch that at all. And then this is long enough. I'll measure it out. I think it might be 12 inches. But either way. And then we just connect it right on the side here. Boom. There you go. So far my rig is looking pretty awesome. I'm definitely liking it. I can rack and pull, push and pull focus right here. Also gives me another, space. Look, jeez, look at me. So look right here. So far, so good. There's the rig. Got the monitor, got my audio going, and then I can easily push and pull focus right here, adding another, point of stability on, as well as holding the top handle. So that's pretty cool. Okay. So we got that. And then the final, last but not least, but you'd be amazed how this helps you in many ways, having a matte box. Okay. But first, let me show you how I attach it. Now, this is the SmallRig Mini Light Matte Box. I've done a review on this already. Go ahead and check it out. I believe I leave the link right up here where I show it versus the big brother version of this, which is just a SmallRig Matte Box. So go ahead and check out that video if you want to see comparison. But nonetheless, so when you buy this, it comes with several rings. Okay. That, it comes with 4. So it goes up to, I think, 82 millimeters or 82. It does 82, 72, 77, 67. Okay. Anywho, so I have them right here. This is for the 82 millimeter filter thread. And that's what the 50 mil is. So I go ahead and screw that bad boy on. And then this is carbon fiber. It's super light. So don't worry about it like hurting the mount of your camera and adding weight to the end of the lens. So now, let me loosen that up a little bit more. And then slips in like that. Make sure this line, I'm not sure if you can see it, but this line is aligned with that line, but I normally do it on a flat surface like a table. And then you tend to not get it wrong. I tighten it up right there. It does come with a 4x6 tray. If you want to take that out, I tend to not take that out. I'm not going to lie. So it's right here. You can take it out right. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing with the tray, but you can take it out. I don't use this one foot with the tray a whole lot. The reason why is because the mini light matte box, you can actually, let me see if you can see this. Yeah, there you go. You could actually screw in your circular polarizers, ND filters, and so forth right here. Screw that in there and you're good to go. 82 millimeter filter thread, ND filter. So, and then I can adjust it how I'm shooting, but I still get the benefit of the matte box. Another great reason for this matte box is that it adds sex appeal to your rig. If you have a client and you show up and you even have this, and if you decide to use the ZF and you have a 50 plus the matte box and all this, this looks like you're about to handle business. This looks like you are someone on the way of taking care of some serious creative work right now. So that's why I highly recommend getting yourself a cage like this with the Nikon Zf and building out your own video rig, even if you may not be doing it. But if you're thinking about doing it in the future, slowly piece it together. But anywho, this is the Nikon Zf with the entire run and gun video rig. I think it looks freaking amazing. It looks so sexy. There are 2 reasons why I highly recommend that you build out a video rig. One, as I mentioned earlier, is that you're just going to look extremely professional. I mean, this camera at its size looks like a very well built run and gun video rig. You show up with to a client's project looking like this, they're going to take you serious. They're going to realize why they need to pay you the money that you're asking. Okay. Now, of course, you can switch out the film monitor, a mic, and everything else depending on your budget. But this is a great looking video rig. Okay. So shout out to SmallRig for the cage that works really well. And and for Nikon, of course, with the ZF. The second reason is that it adds serious sex appeal. When you have the matte box and everything else attached, that the whole thing just looks freaking sexy. Okay. So that's just how I put together the Nikon Zf video rig using the SmallRig camera cage that they decided to build for the ZF. Of course, I'm going to leave a link to all the products that I use to build out this video rig down below in the description section for you to check out for yourself. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, let me know. And don't worry, in a future video, I'm going to be doing a video quality test of the Nikon Zf in the real world. So stay tuned for that video. It is coming soon. And if you have any questions about parts, how to put it together, etc., let me know as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. And of course, I'm your host, Robert Silver. And until next time, keep shooting and stay creative.